Let me share. Okay, you stop sharing. Good. Now I'm gonna present. Okay. Okay. So you see my screen now?
Yeah.
All right. So let's begin. Where is it at? So you're gonna go to your Google Docs. If you should be, are you logged in with your Gmail account?
Not the one I use for school.
Okay. Well, as long as you have some type of Gmail account, you should be able to see what I'm looking at, right? Which is Google Docs, as if you're logged in. So do you need a moment to sign in?
Yeah, but no,
All right. Good.
I'm
So,
good. I'm good already.
you
As
signed
my
in already?
Yeah, as my information saved.
Okay. So click like I did on your icon and look for Docs. When you click on it, you should see this come up, and we're gonna go blank document here. And if I'm moving too fast, let me know. I am recorded. Oh, he left. I guess he's gonna come back. Just wait a second. Hi, who is lazy? Hello?
Yeah, everything's set. It logged me out when I signed in.
Oh, that's you. Okay. Your name changed to lazy. I'm like, who is that? Okay, so are you at the point where I'm at with the doc?
Yeah.
Okay, so you started a blank one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So do like I do. This is how your reports are usually submitted. You need a header. So for instance, your header is not going to be my name, of course, but it's going to be your name there. And then you're going to type in, of course, today's date, which is the 6th of July. You don't have to type it the way I type it. You can just type it in however you can. And then, of course, what period you're in. And this is period one. Okay. After that, you're going to switch back to your Esri portal and just take the problem and paste it into your document. So this is the problem, right?
Okay, the whole thing, right?
Well, not the whole thing, because this is just instructions. Like I'm walking you through how to make the Google Doc, like I just mentioned, right? But the problem is right here. So how to convert your age from years to second with these additions to your age: 15 days, 38 hours, 61 minutes, and 201 seconds. All right. Now you got a calculator on your you say you're on a tablet?
No, I'm on a computer.
Okay, good, good, good. So you might want to open up a Google calculator, but let me put this into the document like you should. So that's putting the problem in the document, and then next you're gonna solve it. But first, let me get your Let's get a calculator ready because you might need it. So I can just type Google calculator, and that's gonna be ready for us to use every now and then. One other thing I forgot to mention is you want to name your document, because when you're done working on this, you want to be able to find it in your computer. So I'll just leave it as Mike Tyler. You can leave it as something similar to your name, but it's just so you can find the document when we're done with it. Let me know when you're ready. I don't want to keep going too fast.
I'm ready.
Okay. So now we're going to go into how to convert our age from years to seconds. So simply all you need to do is start with your age. I'm going to start with mine. Okay.
Okay.
Just because I want you to do the problem and get used to it. And then the next step is we're going to put the additions in, but we have to talk about this first. Like, how do we actually convert just our age without the additions? So my age is, I'm about 40 now. Okay. And then anything you're trying to convert in dimensional analysis, you want to put over 1. So I'm going to say this is my division bar. Now, if you want, you can write this down and type it up the way you think best. As long as you show all the steps, you should be fine. So the reason I'm saying write it down because it might go too fast, but I'm still recording it and I'll put it in SB later so you guys can review it. So we want to start with some standard conversions. So we made a fraction of our age. The next thing is to find out how to cross cancel out the dimensions that we don't want. Now, a dimension is, say, for instance, a year, a second, or maybe even an hour. Those are dimensions you want to cross cancel. Have you had experience with cross cancellation in fractions?
Yeah, I think we'll open that.
Cool, cool, cool. All right, so let's start with a standard conversion. Standard conversion is something you should already know about life or just science. So, how many days? Because our goal is to get down to seconds. How many days are in 1 year?
365.
So, you know. Okay. We're going to say 365 days. Can you see what I'm doing on screen or no?
Yeah, actually.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure. All right. And then we want to convert, we want to make sure the conversion is right. So, it's 365 days in 1 year. Okay. Next, put a multiplication sign here, but we need to cross out some things because year over year is like dividing itself over itself. So that years cancels here. Both of these years cancel each other out. So now we're in days. You see how I canceled them out?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm making another bar because we're still not finished. We got to get to seconds. Oh, we got to get out of days somehow. Well, let's think about what we know about time. So in 1 day, how many hours do you have? Are you there, Mr. Alvarez?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a question to you.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
It's okay.
I was doing the document.
Okay, just let me know when you're ready. Ooh, some people are gonna be mad because they didn't come in today. I'm taking attendance. Yikes. It's like 5 of you guys in here. Okay. So you typing it up or you're writing it down?
Typing it.
Oh, okay. You're trying to get it out the way.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. I'm ready.
All right. So again, how many hours are in 1 day? Because we're trying to cancel out days.
24.
Very good. 24 hours are in
4 hours are in
1 day. Oh, that shouldn't have did that. I'm not ready for you to do that part. Because of course, the next thing is going to cancel is what? Do you see what's happening?
Now I was gonna do minutes.
Well, yeah, but you you jumping ahead. Well, okay, so you know that I guess you already understand that the days cancel, and now you're right. Next thing we got to go is to minutes because how many minutes are in 1 hour?
60.
Very good. So you got the hang of this. You have done this before. Let me cancel this out real quick. Okay. Okay. And then you say we gotta go to minutes. It's very correct. So you said it's 60 minutes in 1 hour. And you'll know if you're doing it incorrect because the dimensions won't cancel. And then you got to put the right thing in the numerator and the right thing in the denominator. Okay, so now I can cancel out my hours. And I can cancel out this hour. And now what's the next step? Because I think you got the hang of it.
The seconds.
Yes, sir. And what am I putting in the numerator? Let's see if you know.
Uh, 1 day.
No, we're not in days
Nah.
anymore. We canceled days, right? And we canceled our hours. So you're trying to get to seconds. You said that. But what's the conversion from minutes to seconds? Think about it. How many seconds are in 1 minute?
60.
There you go. Notice I had to put it on the numerator because I put it downstairs in the denominator. It won't cancel. So, and you said that's for 1 minute. Okay, let me fix this. All right. Trying to move as fast as I can. Okay. And we can cancel out our minutes now. And now all that's left that's not canceled is seconds, and that's where we're at. So this was, something you need to learn how to do because in physics, you're going to have problems where you cancel dimensions to make sure your math is correct. All right, now, all we do to calculate this is you see there's nothing but 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 in the denominator. But in the numerator, what you would use is 40 times 365 times 24 times 60 times 60. So what does that look like? Well, because we got to get ready to put in our calculator. That's going to be 40. Crossing out. Let me fix that.
So you multiply all the top ones, right?
Yes. So it's 40. Well, you should have your age, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So be careful. 24 times. And the reason I type it in first is because I can copy and paste this into Google Calculator. So what does that become? If I just take this part and put it back in my calculator, I get, wow, I'm a dinosaur in seconds. All right, so
Yeah.
he said, yeah. So you could put your calculation in, and then we can move to the problem. But this is extra credit you're getting because you have to know this, and you probably want to put this in your notes in case it comes up in a quiz assignment. So I am, and this is seconds, right? I am that old in seconds. That's the dimension we're still in. Now, how do we say that number? Well, you just always group it by threes. And I think I'm about, yeah, really, really old. So that's, how do we say that? The 440 thousands, that's millions, billion. So 1,261,440,000 seconds years old is how old I am. Now we're about to do this calculation with the additions. The reason I did this is because to make it easier for us to do it again. I'm going to copy this part. And I'm going to say, this is too big. I'm going to say, now calculate with the additions from problem. Okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna put this here. We did earlier, and this is like I'm starting to show you why you had to do this because it sets you up so you don't have to worry about messing up. So for our calculation, we have these additions, right? Let's go back. So it's 15 extra days to your calculation, 38 extra hours, 61 extra minutes, and 201 seconds. So all I got to do is put it inside of each category. So how many more days did I say? That goes with the 365 in our calculation. So we're going to say plus, what is it? It's like 15 days? Yeah, 15 days. Parentheses around that because we're going to use that to group them. Make sure it adds before it actually, clean that up. Actually does the process, or are we wrong? So clean this up a bit. All right, so now what do we got? We got to worry about the next thing they gave us, which was 38 hours. And if you look, it goes with our hours. But the way we got it set up, we already canceled out everything. So we just got to put the additions in. So plus 38 hours. Then, of course, what? We got 60 minutes, right? So did I give you any extra minutes in the problem? Yeah, I
Nah.
did.
We
Yeah,
can give you
six.
extra minutes.
Yeah, from the additions, right? So
Okay.
you see it's 61 extra minutes. This is additions to your age. So plus 61. Should be doing the same thing I'm doing, but with your age
Yeah.
to get this answer. I'm just cleaning this up a bit. Okay, so next we got this, right? Like you need extra seconds in the problem. Yeah, it did. It's at 201 extra seconds. So let's group this. And now we gotta do just what we did before with Google. So what is that gonna look like? That's gonna be equal to 40 multiplied by our grouping before, which was this here. It's at 365 plus 10 and plus 15. And yours shouldn't say 40 again. Should say your age. Hold on. Multiplied by is 24 plus 38. And then we got a few more categories multiplied by this 60 plus 61. Uh-oh, somebody else is coming. Give me 1 second, Isaiah. Okay. You ahead of the game, man. You in here. Uh who am I speaking with? Who is this?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm fine, sir. Are you at a laptop or a computer?
Laptop.
Okay. So far we went through this. Uh, can you see what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So you should be somewhat familiar with this, sir.
Uh-huh.
Um, all you got to do is type up a Google Doc like we did, and I've been recording, so I'm gonna put this in Edsby so you guys can review it slowly if you need, because these
Hmm.
type of questions will pop up on the quiz. And Isaiah is on the line too, so I'm glad you came because they're making us take attendance with you guys.
All right.
So the last thing we do here is we take this calculation and
Lee
we
had
plug
two.
it in. You say what, sir?
Lee had two.
Lee here too.
Yeah,
Please.
like, he got a laptop and he connecting it to the Wi-Fi at my house.
Oh, okay. Let me see who's in the class again.
All right. I'm finna tell Lee is he done. Hey Lee,
Yeah, you guys got 9 to 1. You're supposed to
and
be
you
on
almost
here with your teachers. Let's see who's in the class. Okay. Okay, so we got Curtis. We got Michael Brown's not here. Mario
done?
and
You got my
Aaliyah. Aaliyah Mims is not here. Okay, so
why? What the people?
Michael Brown. Came a little late. All right. So let's go back to this now. Well, oh, here's the calculation. So this is how you plug it in, guys. And when you hit enter, Google does it. And you see why I put the parentheses in? It groups it for you. I'm just trying to show you how to use this calculator so you're not having a hard time doing stuff in this class.
Hmm.
So this is the answer with the additions. You need both answers. I think Isaiah's already got all the notes, but you need both answers to get full credit because you got to set it up as Isaiah just saw. This is in seconds because remember, we crossed everything else out. So that's in essence what the first assignment was about. All right. We're going to be on here, I want to say until 9:45, 9:50, because you guys have other periods you got to get into. And I'm trying to give you time to ask questions before you switch to your next period. And I got to get ready for the next students to explain this because all your assignments going to pretty much be the same for 2 weeks. So it shouldn't be that hard. And then after that second week, you guys are going to have either computer science work or physics work. So pay attention to ESV. But let me clean this up for you. Your calculations, Eli, you should be using your age and not mine. Um, as you can see, the first one we did, it says 40, but you're not. You got to put your age there and recalculate everything. Then what you do is, I want to show you this process because everybody gets confused about it. You're going to click on File, Download. It's similar to what you guys did in class. PDF. I hope everybody can see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Click on PDF, and then you wait for it to download. And you see it downloaded in the corner here. So all I do is I say, hey, I want to check and see if it's safely there because sometimes you can't find your files. It's because you got to check and make sure it's downloaded right. So show in folder. If you click on that little arrow, and it'll allow you to see where it is on your computer. Now, once you do that, you got to come over here to your ESV.
Yeah.
And you download it this way. Like on your screen, you'll have an icon like this. On mine, you won't see the screen. So you browse your computer, you find your file. So if I was looking for this file,
What are your classes? You probably in the wrong semester.
I would find this. And then I could check it out before I send it by opening it up without going through this. But you'll click on that, open, and then submit. And that's it. I'll see it in the grade book as an assignment you did. A lot of students in the past was like, hey, can I just email it to you? It won't show up in your grade book and I won't know you even did it. So do yourself a favor and always submit it this way. So you're not, coming at me like what happened to my score. I think that's it. We're about to talk about, because we got about maybe 15 more minutes before I get you guys ready to transition to your next period. So I get ready for the second period. We got to talk about the you do. Okay, where is it at? So I want you guys to change screens to your you do real quick. You guys there? You got your microphones muted.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
finishing
okay.
the
I was just
lesson.
checking. I didn't want to lose y'all. So you see at the very top, and I'm gonna show you a quick way to find out what your assignments are like. This is called the classroom view. This is to see anything I'm posting. It's just like Facebook. But what you really need to do is, if you go to, let me pick Eli for a second. If I click on when I come in as Eli and I click on my work, you will see a graph. Now this graph is blank because we just started. So technically, you guys will start off with A if you get this stuff done by 8 p.m. And you get the you do done too. That's just for today. But if you click on this here called assessments, you'll see anything I've posted. What I want to remind you of is don't let this work pile up on you. Like, don't let all this keep going and you be like, I got time to do it. Please don't do that to yourself. Try to take care of it. You'll see the score from me by Friday. Okay. All right, you do. It's right here. I can't click on it here because I'm not actually Mr. Curtis. I gotta come out. All right, so there we go. So you do, and inside of this you do is 3 questions that I want you to
Oh,
complete.
you do? Oh, you do.
So do you guys see this assignment? Can you get in there and can you review the PDF? I want to know if you could see that well.
Of the you do?
Yes, you're in the you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you open up the PDF? Okay.
The independence practice.
Okay. So first question: does anybody feel confident tackling that, or you just want me to start with it? Hello.
No, you can go ahead.
Okay. All right. So again, we got to start off with what? Our Google Doc, because we're making another report. So what you do is if you're signed into your Gmail account or any your personal or your CPS has this access, you will go to this is my I gotta do the Camelot. So I click on these boxes here for Google Apps and I go to Docs. Just like we did at the beginning of the class. And then what you want to do is you're going to come to blank document because you're starting over. And if you're clever enough, you could do like I did. This is the header, and you just copy that over here.
Just me and one person. You know.
All right. So this is your you do. If it helps to keep your stuff organized, I'd put you do, just so you don't forget. And then we need what? We need the problem. We come back to Edsby and just take that problem. Well, I got to
Oh, he
give.
doing YouTube now. Hold on. YouTube.
So I'm going to take this first question because there's always question and answer, question and answer. So I'm going to copy that. And I forgot to name my document so I can find it. So I'm going to call it Mike Tyler 2 You Do. Now you name it. You supposedly naming it your stuff. So you don't type what I type. Only type something similar, which is your name and your period. All right. So now we're going to work on this problem. But we need to understand some things like what is a milliliter, right? So when you say, I'm sorry, millimeter. So when you say milli, what does milli mean? We talked about this in class. And if you're not sure, this is the time where we have to use our computers more effectively than, you know, how we've been doing it. So if I put in milli, not milli vanilli, but the prefix, you see it's a unit, right? And it means times 10 to the negative third. So what does that mean in terms of this problem? Well, let's start off with what we know. Remember I said when we did our calculation for our age, we take the number we want to convert and we put it over 1. So let me start with that. So I'm going to take what is given. It's 3.57 inches. And I want to put that over 1 because I want to start converting it.
If you don't get on work, yeah.
Right? And now I'm going to multiply that by something, but I need to know how to get from millimeters to inches. So
All right, what's your first period? Biology?
biology is Miss Lane, I think.
You can,
So
no, you go to, go to your messages. Let's go to it.
so if you don't know, you will look at the conversion for what is just by typing it in. You'll say, hey, Google, inches to meters, right? And it'll tell you the standard metric to get there. So that is for 1 inch. There are kind of like, it's 24 hours in 1 day is a standard conversion for you to know. If you don't know it, just type it in Google, it'll tell you. So for 1 inch, you have equivalent 0.0254 meters. But you got to get out of millimeters first. So in one, we're going to take a meter. We're going to cancel it out before we can get to inches. So for a millimeter, that is about, look here to the bottom. We want to be left in the numerator with meters. So 10 to the third, negative third. Can I do this? Negative third, there we go. Meters. That's supposed to go upstairs. Hold on. I want meters in the bottom to cancel. There we go. There we go. Why does that look wrong? There we go. Now, if I put it in the bottom, that's for 1 millimeter. Okay. So far, so good, guys. You follow what I'm doing, or you got
Yeah,
questions?
I'm following.
Okay, y'all gotta let me know because I can't see you.
No, no.
So
I
next
know.
week.
I know you can see. I'm trying to switch the tabs to keep up. Anyway.
Oh man, you need 2 screens. I'm sorry to hear that. But we can cancel out what now, guys?
Meters.
Well, we don't need millimeters anymore, right?
Were we catching the meters or the millimeters?
The millimeters. We're getting rid of the millimeters. Okay. Now we need inches. So how do we do that? Well, we go back to what we did. So in 1 inch, you got 1 meter, right? So the reason I did that is so you can see why it cancels. And maybe I should write it this way so you understand. So who said something? Go ahead.
Hmm?
No, I thought you said something.
No.
So I just want you to see that millimeters goes away because these are the same. Okay. So I'm gonna put it in the bottom. Where is it at? We said 1 inch is this. So we want to cancel out inches and leave meters. Where is it at? My tab. There it is. So I don't need this anymore because I thought you was gonna ask me if you didn't understand. Where'd my one go? Oh, I see what happened to it. It bounced up. I so wish I was in the classroom and I could just write this on the board.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can for you guys. So I wanted you to see that conversion of what a millimeter is, because if you got confused for a second, what I'm talking about is this. I wrote it up there, and it's 10 to the negative third. That's a millimeter. So instead of trying to take you through the steps of converting out millimeters, just know that millimeters is the same as 10 to the negative third meters. Is everybody clear on that? Because I don't want y'all confused.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So if we use that, we can put this. Where's our conversion? Remember, inches is what we want to cancel, right? And that's what we're going to use. 1 is equal to this. So that's like that fraction I showed you with millimeters. So now we're going to put 1 inch down here. Right? And they said, what do you got to use to convert? Well, if you look here, it's 0.0254 meters. This is why I was showing you earlier that millimeter conversion. This right here is the same as this right here. So all we got to do is take that number they gave us, which is 0.0254, and it's going to be multiplied by 10 to the negative 3, which makes it millimeters, but we wanted to use just meters. So now we can cancel out what? You guys see it? What can
Yeah.
we cancel? It's just like our days to hours conversion. We
The inch.
cancel the inches, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I heard Isaiah's. I was like, you was here the whole time. You should know because we
Yeah. I said
know
that.
we're running out of time. That's I'm like, oh no, you got about 5 more minutes to ask me questions, and then you guys got 2 more problems to do on your own. There is a video I'm attaching in Edsby to do problem 3, and Miss Lane does that, and it just shows you how to quickly do the problem. All you got to do is do what she does and put it in your report, and that's it. So today you need actually 2 assignments posted, and you're golden for today, and then tomorrow there's 2 more I'll post. Usually all we're going to do is a do now and a you do. This is really the we do section where I'm doing the problem with you, but I can't do the whole thing with you. I got to let you try some of it. So that's one problem, and then the next problem, because there's 2 more after that, right?
Yeah.
Where is it at? Here we go. So you got this problem, which I'm out of time. I don't think I can do it with you, but because I want to open it up for questions. You would take this problem. This goes in that same report that we were working on, and this is the very next one. You should have 1 more. Strike everything out. I didn't want you to do that. There we go. All right. So they're asking if you don't understand what is a cubic centimeter, right? So this is going back to what we just did, right? Remember I showed you inches converts to meters somehow, and it's right above. So I'll start you off, and if you know, it's going to be a cubic centimeter when you multiply it all together, because this is a volume of a wooden block, so it's by 3. There's 3 sides to a block, so that's why it's cubic. Don't worry about that part. Worry about what centi means. If you don't know what centi means, just type centa. And if you look, 1/100th. If I go to this wiki article, you'll see it's also 10 to the negative 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So we'll come back. Where's that? Where is it? Here it is. We'll come back, and I just want to write that so you'll know, because I guess the way I wrote it last time, y'all was a little bit stuck. But a centimeter, not a cubic, a centimeter. I should say note. So you'll know that this is something to help you understand what's going on. A centimeter is equivalent to 10 to the negative 2 meters. And you can use that to do the same conversion I did here. But I need you guys to do it on your own. And the last problem, like I said, there's a video that I'm gonna share later on today because I know you guys got a lot of classes to do this third problem. All right. So once you do all those problems, you're gonna download it like you did the other one, the do now, and you're gonna submit that in the you do section. All right. You guys got any questions about this before I start letting you get to your next class?
Can you go back
Yeah,
to the
I think
screen?
I got you next. I got you like 2 more times.
You got me 2 more times, dude. Hold on.
I think so. Pretty
This is gonna
sure.
be an easy day for you. You just gotta log in and we can just do all the problems together, I guess. Hold on, let me see. Because that means we can start you on your I got you for physics too, dude. How that work?
I have no idea.
You know what? I just work on submitting the same work for both classes, Isaiah's, and next period, just come in third period. Tomorrow we're gonna discuss getting you to the next. I thought you had maybe computer science, and you don't. What, Isaiah's? Dang it. So yeah, dude. How many times I got you? Okay, Isaiah. So computer science, your stuff is gonna be a little different. The
Okay.
assignment today was posted in all classes just to get y'all familiar with the norms and everything, and basically how to get through the class. But you can start on scratch today, so you're a little bit advanced. That's the advantage you got, and that's third period. The second period, I want you to work on finishing all this up and submitting it. So by third period, me and you
Okay.
can
Do I
work on
submit it to the second period or first period?
you submit it to both periods because you got me for 2 periods of physics.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, Curtis, you there?
Yeah, can you go back to the other screen, please?
Yes, sir. Which one? This?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I was slaying that. So Isaiah, if you have nothing else, you don't have to come in next period, dude. You can use this time to finish up all that stuff I gave you, submit it into both periods, and then I'll see you third period, which is what, 12? What period is that?
11, I think.
Okay, I gotta look at the schedule again, but I think it's third period that we gotta work on MIT Scratch. So
All
use
right.
this time to just finish everything up, so you'll be straight for today. And then if you finish up faster, type in MIT Scratch in the website and start trying to get familiar with that. And third period, I'll
Hey,
explain what.
look.
Hello?
Yeah, you there?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Lee said he got no recent activities or he can't see none of his classes.
Lee, is that okay? Lee, what's his first name?
Lee?
Kurt? No, no. What's his last name? He threw me
Carter.
off. Huh?
Carter.
That's what I thought. Mr. Carter Lee. All right. I want to be sure. Okay, I'm gonna look into that for him. Do I get in touch with him through you, or does he have a number or something?
I mean, he in the front room, man. I mean, you could call his phone if you want to. I mean, I could go get him too.
Uh, okay, so uh, just when you can put in Esby his contact info, and I'll give him a call once I know what happened to his schedule.
All right.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, guys. I don't. If you ain't got no more questions, I suggest you start figuring out how to get to your next class besides Isaiah's. Okay, and Isaiah's, I see you third period.
All right.
All right. Hold on, Lee.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Curtis, did you need to see this or no? Because I was about to stop the recording and process it.
Yeah, I can see it.
I mean,
You
you
can
still needed
end
this
it.
though, right? Oh, okay. So I can
All
stop
right.
the recording.
All right.
All right, I'll see you later, sir.